Hey YouTube, Friday night, just got done eating, changed, moved some cars around and everything, and I was just going to give you guys a quick update. I won't actually be starting the clutch swap tonight, so I'm just going to make this short video. Basically, I'm just trying to get some things moved from my front garage to my back garage, because due to the winter storage back here, I had to do some work in the front garage on my wife's car and everything, so I had to move a lot of stuff up there just to continue the normal routine maintenance type practices. But basically, I've been shoveling some stuff back here and everything, but I just wanted to take this time to give you a quick update on one of the projects that's been back here for last summer, since I didn't get to finish it before I left last winter. So this is my 2002 Subaru. It's a Forester 5-speed. Had a EJ25 single cam in it, and it's kind of lying over there in the parts bin. But it was basically cylinder 1 ring lands had cracked, as I mentioned in my intro video, and it was a hard decision to decide between putting a normal stock replacement engine in it or trying to upgrade. I tend to want to go with the upgrades all the time. You know, hey, everybody likes more horsepower, more speed, more power, you know, all that stuff. So basically, what I decided to do is I went to the junkyard and I found an EJ22 with under 100,000 miles on it for a couple $100. And I took the block and leaked down, tested it, and looked it over, and it looked good. So I went ahead and ripped the heads off, sent them to my machinist. He resurfaced the heads, and then I hand lapped all the valves and checked all the clearances, and everything looked good. So basically, here is the new transplant for it. It is a hybrid engine, like I said, EJ22, 2.5 head, single cam. Basically a stock WRX TD04 turbo, and custom made up pipe using WRX factory exhaust manifolds and a WRX top mount intercooler. Right now, I went the route to notch the subframe, so I went ahead and cut this out and bent some metal and re-welded it all. But actually, I have a WRX subframe I got off a buddy of mine that is off a turbo model, so I think I just need to shim the lower control arms and it bolts right on. I'm thinking about swapping out for that, just due to simplicity. It's made for the turbo and everything like that. I don't know yet. I have already went through and cut and welded this subframe. All I need to do is throw in a little bit of paint, and it's already in the car. I haven't quite decided which route I want to go, but other than that, it's it was practically a free car, so it's kind of rough. It's got a little bit of rust back here, but other than that, it's got mild damage. It's very dirty because it's been sitting in my garage for a while, but I did score out of the junkyard. I scored some 2.5 RS seats, so I put those in there. Much more comfortable, much nicer. I'm probably going to have to end up ripping the carpet. Kind of smells a little mildewy, maybe just from sitting. I don't know, but I'll probably pull all the interior pieces out, clean them all up, and put it back together once I get the engine in and get it running. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff to do, but basically it's going to have a 3-inch downpipe, stock WRX STI exhaust, stock boost, and an AEM FIC controller, basically. And I think I got stock WRX injectors, stock WRX fuel pump. It's pretty much a very stock setup. I'm just going for stock WRX type reliability, no crazy horsepower, nothing. I just figured if I had to pull the motor and change it, I might as well upgrade it a little bit. So that's what I decided to do. But this is basically where I do all my work. It's nothing special. It's very messy. I am a very unorganized type person. It's just how I am. But these are for my S13, some cheap bucket seats I picked up. Both Corvu, or I don't know how to pronounce that, but one is like an FX1 Pro, and the other one's just an old school steel frame passenger seat. This is the motor. It's also been sitting for a little while, kind of dusty, but she's fully rebuilt. Stock bottom end, ACL race bearings, HKS 264 cams, 550s, aftermarket fuel rail, 20G turbo, and a tubular type manifold. It's got the Greddy knockoff intake manifold. It was making probably north of 300 easy, but it developed a rod knock. I took it apart, had a cracked excuse me, a cracked crankshaft journal on the rod. So I was hoping to put a new set of bearings and recondition the rod and be good to go. End up needing to find a new crankshaft and everything. So I stripped it all down, new rings, rehoned. I think I replaced a piston because I think one of them was worn from the rod. I think it had a scoring on the side of it on the piston skirt. So I went ahead and replaced that, and then just freshened everything up. New oil pump guts, new water pump, new tensioners, you know, just the normal. It's also got a Gretty knockoff oil pan or something like that. So, you know, just some cheap budget parts. Not going for anything crazy, hoping to be able to run wastegate pressure and make, you know, 300-400, whatever it makes is what it makes. I really don't need a 500 horsepower drift car. I just, you know, I never had an SR20. I had a CA18 in my old coupe, so I wanted to try that out. I've actually been contemplating a lot lately about switching to something else bigger, RB25 1J, you know, just because I can run a factory setup and still make the same amount of horsepower as putting an upgrade turbo and boost up on the SR20. But we'll see how she does. I already have it. I already invested the money in rebuilding it, so, you know, what's the worth of just going ahead and throwing it in and seeing how she does. Let's see. Other than that, you know, there's not a whole lot in here. You know, I am just doing what I can with what I got. I really wish I could get a lift. Sadly, my concrete floor is pretty shitty. I don't know, and I have 8-foot ceilings, so I can't really have a very high lift. I looked at the, I think it's like the what is that, the Max Jack, you know, lift. I'm thinking about getting one of them. I really need to clean this place up, power wash the concrete, see if it's feasible. If not, I would have to cut it out, rekey in new concrete, and go that route. So that's one of my big plans to do. I'll be leaving in August for a work trip for a couple months. I'm gonna make a little extra money, so hopefully I can pay a few bills off, stash some money aside for some other plans, possibly a lift, and some vacations or something. But yeah, so right now it's starting to start the busy time for me. It's warming up, finally starting to feel like summer. Excuse me. I feel like working on stuff. So I will probably be in the garage a lot and trying to make some videos and everything. So yeah, that's about it. Alright, catch you later. Please like and subscribe if you're interested in more videos.